Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Maryland Public Service Commission's administrative meeting for December the 13th, 2017. Let me begin with to announce some good news here at the Commission. Is Mr. Benjamin Baker with us today? I'd like to introduce Mr. Baker. He has joined the Commission as a regulatory economist in the Electricity Division. Mr. Baker previously worked for Southern California Edison in Los Angeles, where he was a senior financial analyst. Mr. Baker holds a degree in physics and history from Claremont McKenna College in Claremont, California. Mr. Baker, we look forward to working with you. Let's go next to our minutes from the December 6th meeting. I'll ask Commissioner Richard to move the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move that we adopt the minutes from the December 6th administrative meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Minutes are adopted. On to our consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman, we had two items on the consent agenda this morning. Item 1 is Cincinnati Bell Any Distance, Inc. filed notification of its name change to CBTS Technology Solutions, LLC. And item 2 is Selco Partnership, DBA Verizon Wireless, GZA Geoenvironmental, Inc. filed an application for a CPC exemption for 2 emergency diesel generators.
Any questions on the consent agenda? If not, do we have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I move for item number 1 that we note the company's name change, and for item number 2 that we approve the construction of the requested generators that the Commission finds meets the requirements for exemption from the CPCN requirement as set forth in Section 7-207.1 of the Public Utilities Article.
Is there a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Minutes. Motion passes.
First item on the administrative agenda, item number 3 is Agway Energy Services, LLC, filed a request to amend its electricity supplier license to include the provision of electricity service in the Potomac Edison Company's territory for residential and commercial customers.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Peter Wolson on behalf of the staff. In September of this year, the Commission granted Agway an energy marketer supplier license for residential and commercial customers in the BGE and PEPCO service territories. The company now requests that its authority be expanded to include the Potomac Edison service territory. Staff has reviewed Agway's amended application and recommends the company's request be granted. The company has no complaint history and owes no assessments. Additionally, staff believes expanding the company's license to include the additional service territory will further competition in the market and is in the public interest. For these reasons, staff recommends the Commission grant Agway's request to amend its license to include service to residential and commercial customers in the Potomac Edison service territory.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? If not, do we have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I move we grant the company's request to amend its electricity supplier license for the provision of electricity supplier service to residential and commercial customers in the Potomac Edison Company service territory.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item, item number 4 is Energy Deals, LLC, filed an application for a license to supply electricity or electric generation services in Maryland.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Kenneth Albert on behalf of staff. This item addresses a request by Energy Deals for authorization to operate as an electricity broker. The company management has substantial experience in the industry. No complaints have been filed against the company in the other states where they're operating. Staff has reviewed their training and marketing materials and finds them satisfactory. The one concern staff had is went to their website and it did contain rates for Maryland. They explained that they were not actually initiating service in Maryland until they got approval here, but we, at our request, they did remove Maryland as a state mentioned on their website. Staff recommends that the Commission authorize the company to operate as an electricity broker with the conditions recommended by staff.
Thank you. Questions for staff? If not, do we have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, for item number 4, I move we grant the company a license to operate as an electricity supplier in Maryland, limited to broker services for all customer classes and service territories applied for and recommended by staff, and direct the company to file notice with the Commission within 30 days of any changes to the information in the application.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item, item 5, is Arcadia Power, filed an application for a license to supply electricity or electric generation services.
Good morning again, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Kenneth Albert on behalf of staff. This item addresses a request by Arcadia Power for authorization to operate as an electricity broker and aggregator. Their management has substantial experience. They're currently a supplier in 2 other states, and their complaint history there was satisfactory. Staff reviewed their website and found that satisfactory as well. The company has not yet developed training and marketing materials for its Maryland operations. Staff recommends that the Commission authorize Arcadia to operate as an electricity broker and aggregator with the conditions recommended by staff.
Thank you. Questions for staff? If not, do we have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant the company a license to operate as an electricity supplier in Maryland, limited to broker and aggregator services for all customer classes and service territories applied for and recommended by staff. I also direct the company to provide marketing and training materials specific to its Maryland operations to the Commission staff and Office of People's Counsel 30 days prior to utilization of the materials in Maryland, and direct the company to file notice with the Commission within 30 days of any changes to the information in the application.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, I think we can take items 6, 7, 8 collectively together.
Okay.
Items 6, 7, 8 are filings from Constellation Energy Services and then Constellation Energy Gas Services, LLC. They're all notice of mergers into Constellation New Energy, Inc., Constellation Energy Service Natural Gas, LLC, also into the Constellation New Energy Gas Division, LLC, and then a restructuring of a merged Compass Energy Gas Services into the Constellation New Energy Gas Division.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Kenneth Albert again on behalf of staff. These 3 items address filings by suppliers affiliated with Constellation Energy Resources, which is a subsidiary of Exelon Corp. The filings notify the Commission of a reorganization in which 2 Constellation gas suppliers and 1 Constellation electricity supplier will be merged into other Constellation entities. In implementing the mergers, the Constellation did comply with the notice requirements in COMAR, that is, the requirements to notify customers of the change. Staff asked the Commission to note the merger.
Thank you. Questions for staff? Okay. If not, do we have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I move we note the merger of Constellation Energy Services, Inc. and Constellation New Energy, Inc. The merger between Constellation Energy Services Natural Gas, LLC and Constellation New Energy Gas Division, LLC. And the merger between Compass Energy Gas Services, LLC and Constellation New Energy Gas Division, LLC.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, that's it for
What we have for
our
today.
agenda today. Thanks, everyone. We are adjourned.